Okay, if you chose aphrodisiac and summers, this is your reading. So we're going to be looking at what is currently making you the baddest. So what is currently making you seem like, you know, you're cooler than your enemies, you're cooler than the other girls or boys around you. But yeah, what's making you like cooler, and you know, just like things that you do that make people think, oh no, they're actually bad, like they low-key just mugged them off, like, and stuff like that. Like just your attitude, the things that you carry, the way that you carry yourself. Why are you badder than the others? Why is my pole one? People who chose aphrodisiac. First of all, very quick message, some of you, is your ass, like straight up, because see this girl like laying on the thing and then it says ass on the next, you know that video of that guy being taken away on a stretcher and his ass is just like jiggling. Why has that come up? Some of you have got one of them like scary dogs. Okay, two very specific messages just quickly. You guys make it rain, you have a lot of money, you know how to run business, you know how to, you know, just like sit on money or like spend your money well. You know, you look like you've got money and people know that you're in your business in some way or another. Look at the guy with the lightning bolts coming out of his head, and then we've got lightning bolts here. You're being seen as someone who is like very direct, has enough to say, like you know how to get to people with your words. You have comebacks, you have very, very direct, strong comebacks. You guys are very brutal. You put people into complete like collapse and defeat. You make people endure a lot of pain with the things that you say. This little like horse is like coming along trying to like wind you up, but then you just come back with all of these words, all of these comebacks. Yeah, you're very intelligent. You know, you can measure people up and just you know how to roast people. You're very personal. Like when it comes to arguing with people, you really get into who they are as a person and have a lot to fucking say. Okay, you really like give people painful endings here. And people need time to heal after the things that you've said to them. Okay, Queen of Swords. This guy getting vexed like with all these words on the screen. It's almost like you really do embarrass people where they're just sitting there thinking it's only up from here, it's happened now, can't do anything about it, like rocking back and forward at how embarrassed they are. It's not everyone else's fault, it's yours. So you may really like put people in them places, guys. You're a grown-ass adult, stop blaming others for your shit, call people names. You're quick to cut a bitch off as well with this detox. Definitely quick to cut a bitch off. I just saw the death card twice. I just saw it twice. So, yeah, you're very brutal. It's just come out again. No obligation to take advice from others. Yeah, you're very strong-minded people. You really do have that personality that is the baddest. Like, you leave people very stunned here. You know, you always have the last word because you're so clever. All right, like you can't really argue with them kind of people, because even if you're wrong, they'll still have the last word somehow, like make it right, if you know what I mean, because they're that fluent, they're that intelligent, and it's kind of given that energy. It's just like, you know, you'll still mug them off and make them feel silly in some way, even if they think that they have a point, or oh, they're both doing that thing with their mouth, snarling a bit. So you may have some really badass looking faces or facial expressions, or just, again, the last word, I just came out with Mercury. You guys are very witty, sharp, like good at roasting people. And someone with a very heavy personality, like a heavy build, a heavy strong mind, a heavy soul, like someone who's very like a fire sign, do you know what I mean? Someone who comes in and is like bold, loud, and just this very like dense, powerful presence. I can't explain it. Do you get what I'm saying? Do you get what I mean by that? Like someone who is so, you know how like a mutable sign, if someone's got like a triple mutable chart, like triple mutable rising moon and sun, they're going to be very like dainty, gracious, very like they're usually very petite people, very slim as well, very like on the thinner, frailer side of things. And then you guys, it's giving like fixed personality, fixed star signs, you know, like Aquarius, Leo, Scorpio and Taurus. Just have a look at your chart properly, guys. But it's just giving someone who's very bold, very loud, like, you know, you use your voice, you use your personality, you use your body. So you kind of scare people. It's giving like a bear vibe, like someone who's very like boisterous, kind of shoves things around. Like you're very sort of, you might be quite quick with your hands, and people get really intimidated by the way you're like moving everything around and rustling things around, but you actually never drop anything, or, you know, you're like, you kind of come across as like a little bit of just someone who's like spent loads of time getting pissed off. And it's like people can tell that you're an experienced person who gets annoyed. Okay, guys, please get where I'm going with this. It's like people can tell that when you shove things around and get annoyed, it's like it's not the first time you've done that. You know how people like try and make you feel embarrassed by getting annoyed? It's like they'll be like, oh, calm down, like, or something. It's like, bitch, I do this every day. Like what do you like, do you know, that kind of thing? It's like they kind of like want to be like, oh, calm down, like that's embarrassing, but you're just like a beast, a bear, you know, a warrior. You also may remind people that they are nothing, they are nobody, they are not shit on your shoe, they aren't even in your mind. You may sort of go out and people try to piss you off, people try and get on your nerves, and they try and like be that person to get under your skin that day, as if they're the only person who's ever stared at you or ever glanced at you. Like, and you think that you're the first person to do it, or what's going on? Do you know what I mean? Like, people are so and you're just like, okay, cool. Do you know what I mean? They think that they're special, they think that they're bad, they think that they're the first person that ever did that or something. They think that they're the baddest that you've ever had to deal with, and you just kind of act like they don't exist. You're just like, you know, there's a million people in the world, you're just one of them, you know? I've got 99 problems, but a bitch ain't one. Do you know what I mean? You are nothing. You may have, like, you know, been angry and like literally said like, you aren't shit, or it's not anyone, that just came out again, it's not everyone else's fault, it's yours. Like, something about that. Oh, I'm getting a very, for physical appearance here, I've got a very strong, like, because I just like thought of someone who has very sexy eyes, and I'm talking about in like a dark, sexual, seductive way. So like, you know, looking at, okay, and then this came out, so I then just imagined that girl looking at me through her eyebrows in the moonlight. Okay, people, you know, you're that sexy, witchy, dark person. You have this like seductive, hypnotic, night, like, you know, devilish allure, the more devilish side. Like, you'll look up at people through your eyebrows and give them this little cheeky grin. It's just like, yeah, they're the sexiest. You can't really beat that. When it comes to sex appeal, how are you gonna beat that? You're not. You know what I mean? You might like BDSM to be tied up, but I think the relevance is with the witches, just the darkness, guys. You're very alluring and sexy, okay? Well, I was just like, what is it about them that just makes them the baddest? What crime scene? So a lot of you have been involved with the police, a lot of you have or will really take it to an extreme level. It's just like, you know, if someone's going to bring you some shit, you're not going to let it slide. You're going to like really end their reputation, like go for their neck. There's like 2 knives here, so some of you may actually get physical. People know to be wary of you. People know that you're legit, you're certified, legit, certified bad. Yeah, like people are scared of you. What I'm noticing here is like the way I drew the the little doodles around each of their heads. Like, she's got all these rainbows, clouds and butterflies, and just being shocked and scared and innocent and unexperienced. When this girl, she's got 2 stars there, a moon, and 2 stars there. So they've both got completely different auras. This girl is attuned to the dark side, like working with darker spirits. In this sense, I think that people, whether this is your physical, spiritual, verbal, you guys just are very feared, okay? Because you are fierce and brave. Wow. We got coolest, baddest. Okay, so you guys are very, like, you may be quite arrogant. You really make people feel like nobody. I was just looking at, so both of them, they have both kind of got this arm situation going on where he's just like pushing them out the way, and this one is going like, whatever. To these people sat here, that's what I was just getting with this. And then this came out. See that? See that? Don't do this today if you don't want to. And he's just like blocking them out. Blocking out the haters. You make people feel very small and irrelevant, guys. Doesn't mean that you're not gonna like go to war when something really important is like going down. Do you know what I mean? You just make all these little bitches and all these little boys feel like nothing because, you know, you don't want to like go crazy on someone just staring at you. So you have to just be like, oh, you have to hit them where it hurts and be like, you're nobody, you're nothing. If you want to do something about it. And that's what you do. You just have that energy of just like, oh, you ain't shit. Like, I'm the best. You don't move me. You know, that kind of energy. You're just like, I don't give a fuck. Thanks for that. Sweet. See you later. Yeah, and you're just like, yeah, they're just jealous. Don't you? So I put here, don't you get it? Toughen up, Melissa. That was from Dance Mums. Because she's just like, they're just jealous. Like, you need to get over it. Because she, like, really doesn't care, Abby Lee Miller, when everyone's going on at her all the time, all the other mums and everything. She's just like, look, I get that everyone has different opinions about Abby Lee Miller, but I grew up with very similar discipline, like, way worse than what them girls had to go through. So I'm very, like, everything she says, I kind of respect it. But anyways, she says here, they're just jealous, that's why. And she's like, don't you get it? Toughen up. And she just goes back to doing what she's doing. She doesn't care. So, yeah, there's something about that where you guys really do get it. Like, you're a queen. You know that these people are nobodies. You know that they're below you. And here's the arm back again where you're just like, see that? Yeah, these bitches are mad. Boys are mad. Whoever you are. Whoever's competing with you guys. That's why you're the baddest, okay? That's the king. That's how a king would act. That's how a queen would act. Okay? Not just sort of doing what I do, which is like, I'll fucking whip my head round at that bitch so quick, like, what are you looking at? Because I'm not healed. I'm not over it all, do you know what I mean? But my legs are starting to kill, so I'm gonna have to stand up for a minute, and I'll see you in group 2. Love you guys. Okay, if you chose Rihanna Rebel, which is very fitting, this is your reading. This is one of my favorite perfumes. Like, it's really cheap and it just smells so good. I've got like body sprays for it and everything as well. Okay, we've got 2 of Cups. So you may have been known or are known to have a very strong relationship status. You may have been with someone who was very cool, or a really strong banter with someone else. Like, you and your friend are known for being really bad. You may have a bad friend. Okay. There's like a duo here. You may be a twin. Some of you, very few of you, of course. Yeah, I just saw, well, I was just looking for, I see this as well. There's definitely a twin here, Gemini. Geminis, you're bad, okay. Mate, I would love anything in the world to just have a little bit of Gemini, just a little sprinkle more of Gemini. That would be great. So I could just really fucking tell a bitch. So I just saw like 3 sets of twins, guys. So like some of you are married, some of you are with a partner in a partnership, but you know, that's very intimidating to a lot of people. A lot of people go through phases of like being lonely. I'm in one of them. So like, yeah, it's definitely a thing to see someone with someone who's very committed to them, or like who has a really, really strong best friend, or even if you're a twin here, you know, that's very rare. It makes you very special, indeed, being a twin. There's this drastic, intense, very dark, powerful, strong energy. Like, imagine this big car, just like, you're sat on the road and this massive car is just in your face, like, you have very scary eyes, guys. You may have like more of a, you know, thicker like body, a thicker like everything, okay? It's giving like big daddy, big boss energy, big strong energy. You're not a little bitch, you're not a little frail boy, okay? It's giving monstrous, it's giving intense, it's giving like, are you really gonna try them? They own the road with their 4x4. They own the road. We say that in England. I don't know if you say it in any other countries, but you also are very quick at driving. Like, you're very good at things. Like, it's like people may not really like you in your social group or whoever you hang around. There may be like a couple of people who are just like always competing with you low-key, and they're just like, oh, they can even drive better than me, they can even do this better than me. You know, everything that you do is like, even the extreme things that are supposed to be difficult, you boss them. You just like, you know, you get in the car and you can do all sorts of quick little things. Some people can, some people can't, okay? It's an earth sign thing. Oh, I mean, I'm also getting, this is, I would never have thought to have, it's like, this is a very random download, but some of you are very eloquent. I heard Will from the Inbetweeners say this in my head, like, enunciating all the words, having a very strong voice. Like, you know, you may say something and at the end of the sentence you intensify the T at the end of cunt or something. It's not like you're going to be like, oh, cunt, and kind of like get scared and back away. It's like you are like, you really say what you want to say, and it's very direct, it lands, like you say it with chest. And people are just like, oh, okay, yeah, they meant that, because it's something that, you know, the way you say it will determine what kind of person you are. If you were to say things in like a very, let's use the phrase, you entitled cunt. If you say it like, oh, you entitled cunt, and kind of turn away. No, you go, you entitled cunt, and like really emphasize it, if you get what I'm saying. Oh my god, no, look at the bottom of the deck. Yeah, your mouth breathes fire. Like, when you speak, fire comes out. Okay. Very drastic, very intense, very enunciating your words, very meaning your words, meaning what you say, okay, and speaking with chest. Because I'm just imagining, like, I'm imagining someone enunciate a sentence like that very, very clearly, very loudly, and very firmly, and other people like kind of waiting for you to have said it in a different way or something, but they heard you say it like with chest, with full whatever. Do you know what I mean? They were like, okay, she meant that, he meant that. As soon as you landed that last word, as soon as you pronounced the T at the end of the word, it's like, you may speak like this all the time, I'm just saying, like, you know, people like the way that you speak with chest. Mars energy. I've spoke about this before, but it's coming up in a different way. Okay, so funnily enough, this came up in the Why Are People Scared of You reading. So this is immediately reminding me of like sitting down on an underground or, you know, metro, wherever you live, and you just slump down into the chair, as I've said, and you kind of have this just boyish swag where you're very cool, very gangster, and you just you know, you're not sat upright and all like trying to put anything on. You're relaxed in your energy, and if you see in his face, he's got that look in his face as well. And I can imagine like someone trying next to him to be gangster, or if you're a girl, like, you know, trying to be tomboy, and you're like that bitch who is just like you're outshowing the poses. Okay, so you outshow poses. It's giving like you're really OG. Look at that. You guys are really cool. It's embodied. It's there. It's who you are. You know, if you're in London and you come across some random person on the train and they're sat like this, are you gonna you're gonna be more like, you're gonna be more, you know, respectful of that person because they're comfortable with themselves, they're confident, and it's in their body language. Okay, so you guys really do have that. I'm getting that you guys have lived in cities as well, so for some reason people are like jealous or intimidated of that because it come out with these little flats in the background, you know, the apartments. So it's like there's something about you've lived on blocks, or you know, you've lived in different postcodes that people are like intimidated of. And also there's something about you always being actually like never doing anything wrong, even though you're bad. It's like people can't actually say, oh, they do this, they do that, they do this. Like you may be, you know, a gangster, but you're very righteous. Like, you know, you're not doing anything horrible, you can still be a gangster. Okay, that's the thing. People are such posers. I won't go on and on about it, but people are posers and you're not. Okay, people think that they have to actually go and do badness to be bad, when if you are just sat there looking like this, with it being completely embodied in your character, like, you don't need to keep proving it. But yeah, I'm just really seeing someone, okay, this is a different card now because I've been shuffling, but I'm just really seeing someone sit down next to you, try and slump into the chair, try and sit with their legs open, if you're a girl, you know, and you're making them like shake, you're making them see themselves in this, like, you know, it's giving them this big like, oh my god, because you're the real and you're just sat there looking amazing, and they're just like, they're trying so hard to look bad and look cool, and you're just like, bitch, relax. You're a very popular person. Like, if you're on a night out, if someone like tries you or whatever, and then they start like watching you after, they're just like, oh, everyone's like actually really friendly with them, everyone's really nice to them, everyone's got their back. So they're kind of like watching you to be like, oh, I bet she's a loner, I bet they've got no friends, or I bet my comment lands, and I bet I look cooler than them, and I bet everything, blah blah blah. But then they as soon as they turn their head, it's like someone's like, oh, here's your drink, babe, or like, here's this, here's that. Or, you know, if you're on YouTube or have a platform of any kind, like, take it where it resonates, you know. People think that they're going to be funny and leave a rude comment on your channel, but it doesn't land. They end up embarrassing themselves, okay? But it's just like you are very much more popular than people. And I'm now seeing, oh my god, I'm really seeing like this girl like be like backing into her to be like, yeah, I'm dancing, bitch, fuck off. Like, you're partying back into her like, woo, fuck you, bitch. Like, almost like trying to like twerk, like, no, I don't know how to explain it, but imagine her just keep backing up and this girl's been rude to her, so she's just like, woo, and keeps like dancing around her like, fuck you. It's given that. Oh, and also guys prefer you. They're so mad that the opposite sex prefer you guys, okay? So if you're a guy, you're very romantic actually, and you have got a lot of girls' attention. You get a lot of girls' attention. And if you're a girl, you got guys bringing you stuff all the time. You know, everyone prefers you, everyone loves you, and you're just like, woo, you're not gonna ruin my night, bitch, see you later. And they're just like, oh, I'm so embarrassed, why did I do that? The risk, the gamble of being a bitch, hey? Oh my god, not that being on the bottom and me hearing fireworks when I said that. There's a lot of fireworks out at this time of year for Guy Fawkes night. And that's my birthday. I have a special birthday, bitch. Like, do you know what I mean? God may have gave me a boring name, but he didn't slack when it came to my birthday, okay? And I just know that we had that like agreement before. I was just like, why have you called me such a basic ass name? And they're like, but you're born on bonfire night. I'm like, sweet, let's go. Yeah, I'm gassed about that. Like, I have the best birthday in the UK, for real. I feel special. It's a flex. For my girls, I'm seeing like you wearing really nice like leopard print stuff, having a really like animalistically sexy body. Guy or a girl, but it's giving like animal print. You may be known for having a hard punch, because I just saw 3 fists in a fucking row. You guys don't let anyone get to you. You are very much in your own world and okay at all times. Like, you may have bitches like always checking up on you at work to see if like they're getting to you, or if you're a guy, you have a lot of ladies lined up for you here, I'm getting as well. You guys are just very free-minded. You don't let... Okay, what I'm getting with this is that, like, you'll be at work and someone keeps trying to, like, make funny eye contact with you, keeps trying to be passive-aggressive with you or something. And every time they do this, every time they look over at you, you just kind of are in your own world of bliss, in your own world of, like, no fucks given. You're just, like, so calm at all times. I'm getting, like, you guys are very unbothered and untouchable, unfazed. And it's just giving dream energy, like dream girl, dream boy energy, where you just have a beautiful light actually around you, and you're actually just very soft and very sweet and very delicate and gentleman or ladylike. It does make you the baddest because it makes you in a league of your own, you know. It makes you like, if you're that ladylike kind of person, the other girl's gonna feel a bit ghetto, or do you know what I mean? There's levels to everything, guys. Oh, yous are very sexy. Like, I'm getting this guy like grabbing his crotch and being like, come to daddy. Okay, that is what it's given. And also here, look, the lovers, look at that girl's little eyes here. You girls have some very sexy eyes, but you guys are very sought after in relationships, you know. People love you, you're popular, but also you just win the crowd, you win the people over. Something about you that smells naturally nice. You haven't got like much hair on your body for a girl or stuff like that, you know. It's something like where girls are really jealous of your feminine figure and body and skin, and if you're into, like, you know, doing things holistically, there's something about that. But yeah, you guys, I think there's a guy here that's very well known, very like on top of your business, very on top of your game. You have fans, and you're very much like, people may like say, okay, some of you may have a job where you are like doing like investigative stuff, or like talking about the paranormal, or talking about stuff that people don't really you may be wrong about. Like, for example, when like you're covering murder cases or like strange unsolved mysteries, for example, if you've got a channel like that, like you're intimidating and the baddest because it's clear. You have clarity in this situation. You are right. You're right about everything that you say. Like, you could really work in the police force if this isn't resonating. You guys have something about you which, you know, you talk about topics which are a bit off to most people. Like, people wouldn't really believe or think that. People would think, oh, there's no way you know about that. There's no way you can like there's no way you can dictate that. There's no way. Like, for example, like if when everyone was talking about the Jay Slater case or any case, it's like at the end of the day, you were right about everything. At the end of the day, like most people couldn't do this because they'd look silly, they'd get told they were weird, they would get just like all of that stuff. But in general, you just are this guy that's in your business. You're sat on your phone, you've got something going on, and girls are at your feet. And you know, either way around, guys. Yeah, you have an online community. Do you see that? Online community. Okay, so people watch you, people are interested in you, people are so like, okay, this is kind of getting about jealousy, this with this pile, but I think like you're the baddest because you make people so jealous of you. You have things going on where like people just like, your enemies can't compare in any way at all. You have so many fans, you have so much going on here. You're really good in bed as well. You have really good pictures, like your Instagram pictures or things like that just top everyone's. But yeah, there's something about a couple here. Like, people are really interested in your relationships. Okay, it's very attractive if you've been committed to someone for a certain amount of time, isn't it? That's just come out again. You guys have got fans. You really do have fans, guys. You've just got a really good personality that everyone loves, okay? Everyone loves you. you are in charge. You're the it's giving emperor, you know. Yeah, aura. Look, you guys have aura. Okay, this is the aura card, and if that's not aura times 2, I don't know what is. So if you've ever wondered if you've got aura, if you've got Riz, like naturally, you know how MJ comes onto the stage and there's that video of all these girls like crying and passing out and everything, and it's just like MJ doing nothing, and he literally just comes on stage and all these girls are just literally passing out, being like carried down to the surface and everything. So yeah, you guys have got aura. You're really on top. You know, no one's going to be able to fuck with you when you're on top. You're the emperor. Everyone, you know, everyone respects you. Everyone comes to you. Yeah, you have a very well respected and successful business, whether this is online on YouTube or something here. You're very accomplished, guys. See him sat on the computer. It's really giving like that you have something like that. Oh my god, look, you guys are either on Twitch, you're either on YouTube or something, but you are a really, really strong creator. You have a lot of new topics. The Magician and the Ace of Wands, both on the computer. I mean, you are a literal star on the internet, okay? You really are. Okay, people are very excited and into your stuff. They love your videos. They love your content a lot. Okay, people love you. They're very happy to watch you. Look at these people. They're just so happy. You make people very happy, because my nose just started like feeling like I was going to cry then. Yeah, well, there's something here about 2 people at work at an office who have some sort of issue going on with each other, but you're always like mugging people off with some it's like you're more optimistic, funny and banterous, and you're just like, yeah, okay, Carol, well, we could say that about your fucking whatever, and she's just like, okay, and everyone's just like, haha, Carol, fuck you, and Carol goes home feeling ashamed and embarrassed. Oh my god, see, the Page of Swords. I need to pull like the cards that are still there, because look at this, like 2 people fighting up here with the 8 of Wands, so, and then the Page of Swords, because so you're very witty, very, very, very witty. Yeah, so with your work you have a lot of new ideas. Oh yeah, curiosity alert. This is what I'm saying about like them witty comebacks. Like Carol might say something to you like, oh, your so-and-so is looking funny today, and you could just be like, yeah, well, I did find out your mum's house, so that's probably why, or you know, something. But it's like this lighter, you're very much more funny, witty, optimistic, and above it. Like, you don't let it emotionally affect you. You just are so, this is why I gas air signs so much, yeah, but I am not playing I want to be used so bad, because if I could just pow with a few words instead of just being in my head, mate. We've all got our strengths and weaknesses, but you know, in the social world, I think the social world's a big thing, you know. But yeah, pow, pow, pow. See how I was just doing that? He's even got, see, I was focusing on this before, but pow, pow, pow. Use a really, like, you have a weapon of a mouth, a complete weapon of a mouth, guys. All right, and you carry on, you just carry on going. Spying, news, information. I think some people here are into investigative stuff. You may come up with things and then share your insights, or share your, you know, like an investigator would, like someone on YouTube who does all these, like, so this is the update for Jay Slade's case, for example, which is old news now, but he was still a person. Poor boy, man. Right, I'm just going to pull a couple more little DIY deck cards. Show me more. Why is it about the spirit? Why are they so bad? Yeah, only you can decide what breaks you. No one can get under your skin. No one. This is really, really nice. Like, you know, if you are on YouTube and this person is trying to be funny with you, or people try to be funny with you, you probably just don't even respond or something, which is a better look, you know, than getting funny with them back. Or there's just something about that, like, you just mug them off by being the better person. If you choose to have that inner peace, you are naturally going to come across like you're better than them. You know, everything comes from the underlying behavioural things that we do, guys. Yeah, look at this. Who? Like, what? Bye, Felicia. Couldn't care less. And they're just like, oh, you're really like gonna take me down then, shit. And you're just like, yeah, bitch, go down, die in your fucking... Oh, I was reading Psalms. Like, I've heard from a lot of different witches actually that Psalms is really good for reading about banishing enemies. Like, there are a lot of prayers for banishing enemies, and it's reminding me of that. And I can't remember what I was just about to say. What was it? It's reminding me of Psalms. Oh yeah. So it's like, so in Psalms it says, may my enemies like fall into their own traps that they've built for me, and things like that. Psalms is really, really, really good for when you're dealing with people, guys. Like, you just have to find like, I think most of Psalms is about it, but around like 60 to 90 and even before and after, there's a lot about enemies, okay? But yeah, it's just this, huh? Like, did you really just say that to me? Because, huh? Like, your face is just so ready for it. You're like, what? Guys, teach me your ways. Please teach me your ways. Like, even if you're an air sign or whatever, just like, what? Do I have to read more books? Like, what do I need to do? Because I can be very witty, but it's only really when I'm really angry, like, and then I'll just rip them a new asshole with the truth. Because, you know, I know a lot as a Scorpio, but at the same time, I can't really put things into words. So please teach me your ways, guys. Teach me your witty ways. Like, how do you I always look at like YouTube videos and everything. Nothing teaches me shit. But yeah, people become very scared of you. You can't be fucked with. You're untouchable. You're way smarter. Like, people say, and you're just like, yeah, whatever, Sharon, you look like shit today, and you carry on talking or whatever. Do you know what I mean? I have shit examples because I'm not witty, but yeah, more people want you guys. You're just more popular, more sought after. This group is very, very boss like, emperor like, very, very top level dominant. Okay, this watch is too big for me. But yeah, guys, I fuck with it, and I will see you in the next reading. Thank you so much for being here, for subscribing, for liking and everything like that. Even if you don't comment, I know that you're still there, so I appreciate it. I really do. Thank you for watching my Werewolves and Vampires. Can't wait to see you next time. But just before you go, I was told to tell you to make sure you remember, not everything is as it seems.